Hello Scorpio, welcome to my channel. This is going to be your November 2023 reading for Sun, Moon and Rising. We will start off with the sound bowl just to tune into the energy, so you can join me if you like. I'm going to take a breath in and a breath out. Deep breath in and exhale. Okay, Scorpio, let us see what November is bringing you. We are going to be using the Fountain deck, and we're going to do a cross of truth. That tells me where you're at, what you want, what's working in your favor, the challenge and the outcome. We will clarify and we will also get some advice from Spirit. Thank you so much to my subscribers. I'm truly grateful for all your likes and your shares and your subscribing. Of course, it's totally free for anyone new visiting my channel. Also, please remember that energies are non-gender specific and it is a general reading, so take what resonates, leave the rest behind. Okay. Scorpio. Happy birthday, by the way. Oh, whew. Your card just jumped out there. Death. Okay, don't worry, it's a transformation card. Alright, we are cutting the deck though. Scorpio. Okay. Current energy, we have the Five of Swords. The Desire, Six of Cups. What's working in your favor? Queen of Wands. The challenge for the month is a Knight of Wands. Okay. And the outcome for the month of November is the Four of Swords. Really, really nice, Scorpio. Okay. So, it's weird. What I was getting from the Five of Swords over here, now we will clarify, don't worry, but Five of Swords, it feels like you've been walking a bit of a tight rope, okay? You've been trying to, now the Five of Swords sometimes talks about kind of winning at all costs, you know, winning the battle but losing the war. And it feels like it's been like you've been walking a bit of a tight rope. It's just been a bit of a juggling act. It's like trying to deviate between people. Someone says this thing, so you go this way. Someone says that thing, so you go that way. And you're trying to kind of find your own pathway through it all, okay? You are absolutely going to get some healing from this by the end of the month, so don't worry, okay? There is a desire here with the Six of Cups to return to the good times, okay? There's like the desire to like go back to the way things were. The Six of Cups obviously talks about nostalgia, but it talks also about a time of when we are in our youth, when we have the world in front of us, you know, the world is our oyster, and we have this kind of, the confidence that comes with youth, you know. Go out boldly where no one else has gone before, whereby now you may have had the wisdom and experience of life to recognize it's not so idealistic, like, so sometimes your senses of ideals have shifted. Now you may be wanting to play it small because you recognize the pains and atrocities in the world and difficulties that you've experienced. So there is this desire to go back to that sense of confidence, to that sense of openness and being really kind of excited about the future. And for that to even show up is a really, really positive omen. We will clarify that, don't worry. But this need where people give freely, people receive freely, and there's no sort of hidden agendas, there's no sort of tightrope walking, right? It's not a bit of a balancing act, it's just kind of exciting. So there's the desire to go back to that energy and feel an element of childlike energy, excitement, okay? So for that desire to even show up is really, really good. Now, working in your favor, we've got the Queen of Wands. Now, the Queen of Wands talks about the having the kind of the va-va-voom, the kind of the fire in your belly to make things happen, okay? It's weird because we have sort of like two kind of contrasting energies. It's like you really are wanting to get out there and make things happen and latch onto the good old times and create that sense of excitement again. And you may be kind of following your passion that degree, but the challenge is the Knight of Wands. I feel like you don't, but what I'm getting with this, the Knight of Wands is that orientation, that action orientation forward, that enthusiasm. It feels to me like what I'm getting for this in terms of a challenge is you may not feel like you have the actual energy to do so. You could also be, for some of you, maybe having a bit of, I'm going to say the word earache, or a little kind of ailment, or feeling not quite on form, you know, not quite 100%. And so that could be affecting your energy levels, you know. It's like you're fine one day and the next day you feel a bit like, oh, lethargic or whatever. Okay, we have a lot that's going on in the astrology in the month of November. Big time. I mean, not only have we just been through like a eclipse season, you know, which does last for like a good 6 months afterwards, that big energy changes. There's a lot going on the cosmos, and a lot of people are kind of rising to fury. A lot of people are getting stirred up, their emotions are getting stirred up, you know, they're feeling, because they're feeling insecure. But it's better to be kind of fired up than it is to be in despair. It's like the step up from that. So I mean, obviously I don't condone, it's not so nice to be aggressive or confrontational or anything like that. But in a sense as well, that energy is, that Mars energy is really, really kind of important, because it gives us the momentum to get things going. Now for some of you, obviously what's working in your favor, I do feel like you are embracing this Queen of Wands energy, which is quite entrepreneurial in spirit, quite kind of feisty, very attractive. It's like you're beaming your bright light. Of course, this could also be someone in your environment that is making you feel quite good as well. That's a good, positive person in your life at the moment. But for most of you, I feel like you are embracing that energy, because we all embrace all the elements at different times in our lives. Now, the outcome is the Four of Swords. So we have some deep inner healing that's taking place by the end of the month. Okay, so all of that tight rope walking that you've been doing, I feel like you have an opportunity to rest and recoup. Okay, particularly if you've had a bit of an ailment, or particularly if you haven't been feeling quite, see what I'm seeing here is like bursts of energy. Queen of Wands, bursts of energy. Yes, I'm going to make things happen. And then like the next day you're a bit like, oh, tired. And then the following day, okay, I'm going to make it happen. And the next day you're feeling, oh, tired. You know, it's like it's happening in bursts. So by the end of the month, you might be a little bit frustrated in the sense of like, oh, come on, I just want to feel that all the time, you know. So I do feel like it's important. It would be very wise for you to, you know, dedicate a few days just to unwind, just to put your feet up, just to relax, okay? Or certainly you will be in a position to do so. This is a time where by the end of the month, you can take the time to really get your mindset a little bit kind of more in, more settled with regards to what it is that you want, rather than kind of walking this tightrope around other people. Okay, so we have fire energy and we have earth, air energy here. Air energy is the intellect, it's the mind going, okay, the mental body going. And then of course the fire is your sense of spirit, your drive forward, okay. So there is, and right in the sense of the reading obviously is the heart, which should always be at the center of the reading, okay. So maybe the doing is very good, but also sometimes sitting back and allowing something to do for you may be a lesson that could be tried out this month, okay. So because I know you like to just get stuff done, you know, you don't really stop. You're all about action, 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 which is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. But you know, sometimes it's nice to have people look after you as well. So we're going to clarify each of these for you. Five of Swords, please, for Scorpio. What's this Five of Swords all about, please? Cute. Oh, got two here. Oh, Judgment and the Ace of Pentacles. Ha ha ha. Scorpio, Scorpio, Scorpio. It's like, even though you've been trying to kind of wind around what other people want from you, it's like, it feels to me like there is an opportunity that's presented to themselves. The Ace of Pentacles is a solid offer, right? It's a gift from the universe. And now is that judgment call, okay? Do you take it or do you leave it? Do you do what other people want you to do, or do you do what you want to do, okay? It feels like it may have an impact on the family unit because we've got this family turning up over there. But it does also have the potential to resurrect a situation back to that feeling of the good old times, okay, with that Six of Cups. So it feels to me like it has a kind of now or never energy to it, which is really, really interesting because these cards, they don't talk about that. Okay, Knight of Pentacles, you worked really hard to get to this point. Really does feel like it's a now or never kind of energy. And the reason I'm saying it's a bit weird is because those are not the kind of cards that are telling me that, but that's what I'm intuitively getting for this. There's opportunities come up and you can grab it, and it may put some people at a it might put people's noses out of joint, if you know that expression. But I think that would be promising. It's like sometimes you just got to do for what's good for you because it'll help everyone else later down the line. Okay, so let's look at the Six of Cups energy. Can you clarify the Six of Cups, please? For some of you, it could be a return from someone from the past, you know, offering the cup of love again. And the question is, do you resurrect the situation, or are you over it? Because those are also showing up with the Judgment card, the Six of Cups, and the Ace of Pentacles. Okay. Oh, no, that's way too many. I'll have to take them. Okay. Under the Six of Cups, we got the Three, we'll do it this way. Three of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. And then we have the Eight of Swords and the Queen of Wands. Obviously, the Queen of Wands now is turned up twice for you. Okay. So the good old times, the ideas of kind of like thinking big and dreaming big for what you want your life to look like, right, has got something to do with recognizing that, again, it's like that past energy coming up with that Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles, like sometimes go back and do it over again. It's got these are the energies that you would get in a Mercury retrograde kind of reading. You're wanting to feel empowered, self-empowered, like the King of Pentacles. You want to feel like part of a group, a community with the Three of Pentacles. With the King of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, you want to have that stability there of the people around you and where you feel like you are in charge. Okay, now we've also got this Queen of Wands. So we've got a King of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands. So we've got two different people over here, different kind of elements. One is very kind of solid and grounded in their approach to gaining their sense of security. The other one just kind of goes out and makes it happen. Right? She's got luck on her side. She is a bit feisty. She's like a force to be reckoned with. Okay. But then we've also got the Eight of Swords over here. So it could be that you are wanting, it's kind of like, I want to say the word wanting your cake and eating it, but what's the point of having a cake unless you can eat it, right? So I can't stand that expression, but that's what I heard. You can have it all. You absolutely can have it all. There may just be ways that you need to kind of look into the mental body and find ways where you have inadvertently trapped yourself in a particular situation, okay? Because it's like wanting to sort of go back to a situation. Now, this could be a love situation where you need to go back and do it again, refix it, which is what the Three of Pentacles talks about, okay? Wanting some sort of long-term situation. But even though you're wanting the heart aspect of it, in the mind space, you may be kind of already deciding what the outcome is going to be, okay? So that would be a very different energy to the Six of Cups, or that young energy of kind of going out into the world, kind of going, let's see what the world has to bring. Like, I'm thinking big, I'm dreaming big, I'm going to go out and, you know, create my legacy, you know? And so that is a founding rule, like that's the founding energy that you want to grab hold of. But the mind can sometimes slip in and kind of go, yes, but knowing now what you've learned, try not to dream too big, otherwise you might be too disappointed. Okay, so this is where that self-sabotage energy might be coming in a little bit. It could also be coming from a significant other, and a significant other is not necessarily a romantic partner. It could be a business partner as well, where you might want to dream big, and the business partner or the friend is like, yeah, but okay, don't think let's be sensible about this. I feel like it's now or never to think big and to dream big and to be innovative. Right, let's look at this Queen of Wands, please. Thank you. Knight of Cups. Lovely energy. So Scorpio, the thing that's really empowering you this month, that's really making things happen, making waves happen, is your steadfastness of your ability to rise to certain occasions that other people may shy away from. You have that kind of ballsy, bold energy about you, and even though you might not have the energy levels to keep it up to the degree that you want to keep it up, everyone around you sees your diligence in this, and it is amazing. Okay, now the Knight of Cups follows the heart, and so if you're driven by the heart, you can always be a force to be reckoned with. I keep getting force to be reckoned with. Feels like you are absolutely a force to be reckoned with, but you may be also the balancing act between force to be reckoned with versus the conventional strong solid route, you know, and it's kind of might be a little bit of that you are reconciling within yourself. But I feel like you can absolutely go the distance with this offer that comes on in. Let's look at the Knight of Wands, and I was picking up this whole feeling like the challenge might be that you just don't have the energy levels to do something at the degree that you want to keep it up. I mean, you're only human, right? Yeah, the Nine of Swords here. So there is a bit of concern, because it's like you want to be the force to be reckoned with. You want to take this new opportunity, but there is some concern here that there may be an element that you may not feel protected, because she's got her safety blanket on. So we've got an element of that where it might be a bit of a challenge, kind of going, oh yeah, but if I put all my energy into it, what if it doesn't pay off? You know, what if I don't really get the results that I'm hoping for? There's one. Particularly if you are resurrecting with a past loved one, okay, and trying to start again. Again, it's like, well, what if all this energy I put into this and all the love that I put into this, what if they don't return it? Or what if it just falls flat in its face, right? That's another little challenge. Another challenge would be, my stamina, I cannot keep my stamina at 100% 24/7, and you're worried that if you don't fill the cup every single moment of the day, that somehow you're going to lose the deal, or lose the trust that other people put in you. Okay, so but again, it's mind. Swords energy, Nine of Swords, sword energy, the Eight of Swords over there. Okay, so the mind is really kind of tripping you up this month. So just to be an awareness of that, okay, because your sense of spirit, the fire in your belly is so strong this month, I would try and kind of bring it back to that. Just return back to the body, try and understand where the mind is at, and just kind of feel that buzz, that sense of desire, that sense of spirit that you have within, okay? Focus on that, okay? Because the head may trip you up this month. Now, Four of Swords. You do, by the end of the month, feel probably so exhausted that you need a break, okay? So let's clarify. Well, okay. We've got Knight of Swords, Four of Cups, and the Five of Cups. Okay, so here we have some healing going on for you. I'll just show you those cards there. Okay, so the healing that's taking place, or the time out that you're gaining by the end of the month. Now don't worry, you don't always have to be poorly to be having a rest. You could just give yourself a couple of days off just to be good to yourself, right? Because it's important. You may be receiving some news that comes on in, something from the past, some communication, some sort of technology, something like that, right? Whereby an opportunity was presented and you didn't take it, and you are now regretting it. I don't feel like it's the opportunity that's presenting to you now. I feel like that's different. This feels to me like something from the past, okay? And that's the thing that you're healing in the headspace as well as within the body. Perhaps there's also the element, I mean, look how fast he's going. If you go too fast, you burn yourself out, okay? There's so much activity over here. But if you race forward to the finish line, not only do you not smell the roses along the way, but there's a type of forceful energy there, and you could burn yourself out. Okay, so there could be an energy of a little bit of a burnout by the end of the month if you're not careful. But of course, now that you're watching this, then you can be better in awareness of it. But for others of you, taking that time out, having that moment's pause, maybe even if it's afflicted on you by the wherever the earache, or you just need to lie down, or just take some time out for a couple of days. This is going to be healing energies from the past, okay? Where you felt that you couldn't really open your heart and really follow your heart as much as you would want to, because of this idea of I better think safe rather than think big and exciting, okay? And there may be a little bit of sorrow coming in within that. But remember, with the 5 of Cups, 3 cups have spilled over because they represent the past. These things didn't go according to plan. But the person isn't seeing the 2 cups behind him, which represent the future, okay? Which is exciting. So it's time to come to terms with that. We've got this now on energy happening now, and it feels like, because it feels like you take it, by the end of the month you kind of go, damn it, why didn't I do this sooner? Okay, but you can heal from that in a really loving way rather than kind of beat yourself up about it. Okay, also I would just be very careful about your energy levels this month, because so much is happening. There's so much desire here, which is beautiful, but we all need our rest. So let us get an oracle card. This is for my Starseed deck. Some advice from Spirit for you, for what you need to know right now for your highest good. Scorpio. I can't take so many cards. Just do one, maybe 2. Thank you. Cracked open, rock bottom, surrender to the alchemy of life. Okay. Just show you this card first of all. So you may feel a little bit splintered kind of energy, particularly if you felt that you've been kind of walking a bit of a tightrope, okay? There may be things where you feel like, oh good God, I feel down in the dumps, I feel regretful over things that's happened in the past, even though I've put all my energy into these things, right? And still there is maybe a slight discontent within your soul energy, right? Now, if that is your story, know this, that sometimes we've got to see it for what it truly is. Because sometimes we have to go through quite difficult situations to see how we have put ourselves behind, okay? And what I mean by this is where sometimes by placing your sovereignty, your divinity in someone else's hands or on somebody else, right? You are you're taking away from yourself, okay? And when you take away from yourself, you may be happy with it because it may be a generous thing to do. But if it leaves you feeling like down and out, then how is that serving your deepest power? Okay, so sometimes things need to break apart and fall apart for you to see how things can start to mend again for the future. Sometimes you have that tower moment. This is kind of like a tower moment kind of card, right? Sometimes you have the tower moment of these false projections that we all do it, right? We all have these false ideas. We try and keep on top of them, but so there are certain things that niggle at us. We're like, oh, I'm not going to look at that now. Oh, I'm not. Red flag, red flag, red flag. Okay, I'm just going to put that to one side. Just put that to one side. And before you know it, lands in your lap and you have to address it. Okay. And when that happens, it's actually for your highest good. So it's saying surrender to the alchemy of life. These things sometimes have to break before they can be mended or built on new. Okay, so it's quite a full-on month for you, Scorpio, I'm not going to lie. But 100% you can absolutely charge forward. We do have some exciting opportunities coming on in. You do have the desire to think big and feel excited about it, all right? You just may be feeling a little bit run down, okay, by the end of the month. So where you can, take time out, do some exercise so that you have better sleeping habits. Maybe, you know, look at some eating habits, see how maybe you can introduce different kinds of nutritions into your diet, just to give your body a bit of a physical boost, because it feels like it's affecting your physical body. It's not all doom and gloom though, because ultimately you're breaking through, you're having a huge breakthrough about what really matters to you, okay? And that's exciting, because where would that lead you? So that's what I have for you, Scorpio. I really hope it helped. I hope it resonated. If it did, give me a thumbs up. It does help my channel. And if you're interested in a personal reading, check out my website, lovetomore.com. And I will see you next time. Take care.